Hello everyone, it's Jen here, also known as Diamond Painting Gamer, and a very warm welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be kitting up. We're going to be kitting up the twins, which is a, let me see, it is a 60 by 80 square from Dreamer Designs, and it's by Curtis Rajkovic. It has 4 ABs as well, which is lovely. It also has 67 colours, which isn't quite so lovely, rather a lot. What I'll do is I'll insert a picture here for you to see the canvas. I can't get it out on my desk because it's basically it's quite big and I'm all kind of set up for the kitting up, so I'm going to kit it up in this box of containers here, which was a lovely gift from Liz Harrison over at Scotty Dog Crafts. So thank you very much, Liz, for this set of pots. Yeah, it gives me a few more to work with than what I had before, and it's a lovely deep case as well, so that's really good. So yeah, I've labelled up my pots already. At the moment I've just labelled them in DMC number order, but I may rearrange them, probably not on camera, probably once I've start doing the diamond painting actually. I might rearrange them to suit a little bit better. A lot of these big ones I like to organise, kind of like to organise by colour. Yeah, so I might do that, but we'll see. But at the moment I'm just going to kit up in DMC number order, and I'm just going to grab a bag at a time and we'll just get on with it. It may not, the good bags that I grab may not be in number order, but we will try our best. So I'm going to start with 152, which is a pink. So yes, this will take some time to do. So how is everybody? I hope we're all well. It is quite late in the evening here, and nice and quiet, so it's a good time to kit up. So this painting I'm doing for part of Diamond Painting Fanatics hashtag DPF Spooky Flings event, and yeah, this is going to be my third entry. So I have already done Red Riding, which is another Curtis Rajkovic painting. I have also done a nice little Cheap and Cheerful budget painting from Fan Cells of Michael Myers. But this is the biggie. I can't remember how big Red Riding was. It was either 40 by 50 or 50 by 60. I can't remember exactly, but it was kind of that sort of size. So a decent size, but not too big. But this one's a big one. What did I say this one was? 60 by 80. Yeah, this is a big one. And if I remember rightly, there's quite a lot of confetti in it. So I think this is going to take me from now until the end of October. So now is actually the 16th. 17th. The 17th of September, yeah. So this is going to take me right up to the 31st of October. Oops. So, which is when this event finishes. I'm going to have to break it up with a few little special shapes though. Just a few small special shape projects. I don't think another diamond painting. Okay, all right. So this is going to be our first one with that I might get into difficulty, not difficulty with, but we might have some multiple pots. And that is my 310. Now I've got 3 bags of 310. What I'm going to do is I think I'll just open up one, and the other 2 I'll put in the pouch in the case. I think I might do that for all my multiple bags. Right. Okay, now I do have some small pots here. This one here should hopefully hold the extra. If I get myself a pen, get myself a small pen, and I'll just put the DMC number on it. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. Lovely. I like it that they've got the smaller pots. Oops, it is it. That's the lid on. So these labels are slightly larger than the lids of the pots. So now this is when I think we're going to come out of order, because I'm just kind of grabbing the first train of drills that I get to. This is number 35. Oops, so here, that's it. So yeah, they're going to go out of order somehow. Not somehow, somewhat. So because there are so many colours, 67 colours, a few of them are going to be quite small quantities, because they're going to be accents or just little tiny parts of the painting. So yeah, we have a few pots with just a few drills in them, like this one here, 775, doesn't have a lot in it. I'm trying to go through this quite quick. It's a nice colour. This is a sort of a minty green. Nice to see no static, so that's good. I'm not a massive fan of static. I can live with it as long as it doesn't make the drills clump together. If the drills clump together, then I don't like it. That's kind of my pet peeve. So I'm just keeping a watch on not just the symbol number, but I'm also keeping an eye on the DMC number as well, making sure that I'm not mixing these up at all. So I must admit, I was quite impressed with the last Dreamer Designs canvas that I did. That one was only my 3rd Dreamer Designs. I had done a couple of others landscapes, would you believe? And I'm not really a landscape person, but yeah, landscapes. So this will fit in. I don't think it's all going to fit. I think it's just a wee bit too much. So oops, let's get another small pot out. So that's going to be 676 DMC. So there's a few extra stickers on at the bottom of the sheet here that I'm going to write the numbers on. Hopefully I will have enough. If I don't, it doesn't matter. I've got some others that I can use. Okay, so I'll just put a few into this pot here. I don't think you saw that there, just putting those in some small pots. 676, it's a nice peach. It's got a lovely colour. It's a lovely colour, that. I'm trying not to be too messy today with my picking up. I'm trying to, because there are so many bags, trying to sort of tidy up a little bit as I go along. 26 is here. 642. So the twins takes inspiration from well, get out of here. I've got static. It was me talking about no static, and I've got some here because I know it's static because it's sticking to my fingers. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the twins takes its inspiration from Stephen King's novel The Shining, and it's the twin girls, and it's been a while since I've read The Shining, so I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but it's the twin girls that Danny Torrance sort of encounters in the hotel. So in The Shining, there's a man, a writer actually, called Jack Torrance, and he takes his wife, what's her name? I can't remember. Anyway, and his wife takes his family to this secluded hotel. Okay, he's got writer's block. Now I haven't read The Shining for years, so and that it's been a while since I've seen the movie as well, so I'm kind of going off memory here. But he takes he has writer's block, and he decides he gets a job being the winter caretaker of the Overlook Hotel, which I think is up in the Colorado mountains. And so he takes his family up there. He's kind of looking for some peace and quiet and solitude to write. And yeah, he thinks the hotel might be a good spot. Anyway, his son Danny has like an ability called The Shining, and that's where well, he doesn't know it's called The Shining, but it's kind of like telepathy type of you know, ability. and he forms a connection with the cook, or one of the cooks at the Overlook Hotel. Okay, who, I mean, they briefly meet the staff before they start on the caretakership. Anyway, Danny makes this connection with the cook, Mr. I can't remember his first name. It might be Dick, actually. Halloran. And he says he's got, this cook, Mr. Halloran, says that Danny has the shining. He's got the gift. He's got the shining. And it's essentially kind of like telepathy. Not telepathy. Yeah, telepathy. And because he forms this bond, like mental bond, telepathic bond, if you like, with the chef. And that's where the, you know, the shining, that's where the title comes from. So yeah. And then of course everything goes, I'm not going to fit everything in there, everything just sort of goes to pot, really, once they're left alone up there. And the father, Jack, he starts seeing things, and so does little Danny. He sees things as well. And one of the things that little Danny sees is are these twins, and as I said, I can't remember who the twins were, what the twins' name is. But this hotel's got a bit of a reputation for, you know, traumatic events that have happened in it in the past. And one of the things that's happened is you know, a variety of murders and suicides, but one of the things was these two little girls, these twin girls, were murdered. I think they were the daughters of a previous caretaker, if I remember right. As I said, it has been quite some time since I've read the book, but yeah, I think they were daughters of a previous caretaker who had gone a bit loopy-loo. So yeah, that's what these the twins here are based on. So it's a good horror story for Halloween, and a good subject for a Halloween, the Spooky Flings themed diamond painting. So when I do my little post review on this, I will sort of give you a bit more detail, or, you know, maybe correct myself on the details I've given out about The Shining, because I do intend to listen to it as an audiobook while I'm doing the diamond painting. I was thinking of rereading it, but I thought, well, you know, if I'm doing this diamond painting, it'd be really cool to listen to the audiobook at the same time as I'm doing the diamond painting. So yeah, that is my Wendy. That's her name. I knew I would think of it. Wendy Torrance. That's Jack's wife, Danny's mum. Wendy. And of course, it was made into a really famous film, famously, starring Jack Nicholson as Jack Torrance, and Shelley Duvall as Wendy Torrance. I don't know the name of the little boy that played Danny. But yeah, by Stanley Kubrick. So it's a Stanley Kubrick film, and I think very famously Stephen King did not like the movie at all. Well, certainly the end I'm not going to do spoilers because I do remember the ends of the movie, and I do remember the end of the book. But I'm not going to give it away, just in case there's somebody out there that's listening, one of you, you know, haven't read the book or seen the movie, and are maybe, you know, thinking, oh, actually, you know, quite fancy reading the book or listening to it or watching the movie. So I won't spoil the ending, but the ending of the book and the movie were very different. So yeah. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't like it, but there were various other reasons. But it's, oh, there's another bag of 310. It's undeniable that, you know, if you have seen the movie, Jack Nicholson's an incredible actor, and yeah, he was really good in that movie. Right, let's find another frame. We're kind of getting there. We are getting there. 25. So yeah, I think if I had sort of done this in order, you know, try to kit up in order. Not a lot of those pinks. They're lovely pinks though, but yeah, not a lot of them. But yeah, if I had decided to kit up in order, it would have taken me a bit of time, and oops, because there's just so many colours. You've got every colour of the rainbow here actually that I've seen. Mind you, have I seen any greens? I don't think I have. I don't think I've come across any greens. It's 24 and now we're on 23. So, do you guys like, yeah, I was going to say, do you guys like horror or scary stories, scary books, horror books? My favourite author is Stephen King, but he's not just written horror, he's written other stuff as well, so, I've not read any of them, but we've got the Dark Tower books, which is kind of like a fantasy. He's also written some sort of like crime stuff as well. Can't remember the names of them though, because I haven't read them. I do intend to. And the other things he's done is well, he's spun a few good yarns, you know. He's done some great books which, you know, are not horror, just fantastic stories. But look at that. Well, maybe an element in it. So we've got Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption is the book. And it was made into the movie, The Shawshank Redemption, so I think we can agree that that's not a horror. And also one of my favourite books, and one of my favourite movies actually, is The Body, and that was made into a movie called Stand By Me, which you may have seen. And that's about 4 young boys one summer, and they hear of a body that's been, they hear a rumour that somebody's been hit by a train, and or they hear that somebody's been hit by a train, and they go off along there, but they couldn't find the body, so like they've go for sort of like an expedition, if you like, along the train tracks to find the body. And it's more like a sort of a coming of age story. But it's got a fantastic cast, that movie. It's got Kiefer Sutherland in it. It's got, oh, the late River Phoenix, you know, Taken Too Soon. So it's got, what's his name? Jerry O'Connell, Corey Feldman, and Wesley Crusher from Star Trek. I can't remember the guy's name. I'll know it's Wesley Crusher from Star Trek because, like, my husband is right into Star Trek. Got 2 bags of 402, so I'll sling that in there as well. We're making good progress here. I think we're probably about halfway through. But if you don't like horror books, you know, what stories, what books do you like? So I've got 2 things that I like to read. Or, to be fair, these days I'm more into my audiobooks than I am into my, into actual reading. So I like my horror. I like Stephen King. I like James Herbert, the British author. He was the first horror writer that I read. I read The Rats. Oops, wrong colour. So this is a trilogy. There's The Rats, Lair and Domain, and yeah, it's about large mutant rats that attack people, so it's not very pleasant. Not the nicest of subject matters. 37, this one, 823. Not quite as dark as 939, but getting there. So James Herbert I like, and the other horror author that I really like is somebody called Richard Lehman. He's unfortunately no longer with us, and yeah, his books are certainly X-rated. I would go so far as to say triple X-rated, because as well as the horror aspect of it, there's also a lot of violence, sex, drugs, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's definitely not one for the squeamish or the prudish. Right, there's 239s. But I do like a lot of non-horror as well, so I love a good murder mystery. I think I remember once saying during a kitten up or a whipping chat that I was binge watching Murder, She Wrote. I haven't seen any for a while, but I do like a Murder, She Wrote. So I love a good murder mystery. I love reading, listening and watching murder mysteries as well. So I love Agatha Christie, Poirot, Miss Marple. One of my favourite Agatha Christie stories actually doesn't involve Poirot or Miss Marple, and that's And Then There Were None. I love that. The BBC did a dramatisation of that not that long ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, it's really good, really good. I went to see quite like going to the theatre, and I remember going to see The Mousetrap, which is Agatha Christie. That was really good. The audience at the end, I don't know whether you've seen The Mousetrap or not, but the audience at the end of the play, the audience are sworn to secrecy, to not divulge and to keep the mystery alive, so it doesn't spoil it, you know. Shh, I'm not telling. So yeah, I like a good murder mystery. I like some Agatha Christie. I prefer murder mystery to police and detective. So I like what's the other one I like? Simon Brett. He's another British author. So all these British authors actually. So if you guys that are non-UK and you like a murder mystery and you maybe like to try out some British authors that you might not have heard of. So Simon Brett, he does good murder mysteries. So there are a couple of, oh no, actually there's 3 main series, characters that he has actually. So first of all, there are the Feathering Mysteries, and they are set down in the south coast of England, near Brighton, a fictional town near Brighton, and it's a retired lady from the Home Office and her best friend who lives next door, and she's like sort of an alternative therapist. She's a healer, but they're 2 totally different people. She's very bohemian, and she's very straight-laced. So, and they solve murders, murder mysteries. And then they've got lovely titles like The Hanging at the Hotel. I think is the last one that I listened to. Yeah. Death Under the Dryer. That was another one. I was set in a hairdresser's. So it's got lovely titles like that. The other series of books that Simon Brett writes that I listen to and I really enjoy are the Mrs. Pargeter novels. And Mrs. Pargeter is the widow of like an East End gangster, London gangster, who has left her very well off and very comfortable, but she always seems to get sort of like embroiled in all these like murders and things. But she's got this little network of Mr. Pargeter's old work acquaintances, work colleagues, and they will do anything for her. And they range from forgers and getaway drivers right up to hitmen, but of course she doesn't know it. She doesn't want to know anything about what their past was. So that's quite good. That is just not big enough. Just not big enough for 3371. I'm starting to run out of these little labels here that I've got. Let me move that up because I don't think you're seeing some of these small pots. So yes, Mrs. Pargeter. So she's quite good. She's funny. Oh, peep, peep. And the other one that I listen to now, I don't think I've only listened to radio dramatizations of this, because they did some radio dramatizations, and that is Charles Paris stories, and he's like this actor. He's a serial recovering alcoholic. And again, you know, he gets, you know, he's just like a jobbing actor, you know, but he gets caught up in murders as well, and so yep. So yeah, so that's Simon Brett. So, you know, if you like a murder mystery and you want a recommendation for a good author, or certainly an author that I like, and you haven't tried any of his books, yeah, I would go with Simon Brett. And then of course we've got the new kid on the blocks, if you can call him that, and that's Richard Osman. So I think his third book is just out. So he does a series called The Thursday Murder Club. And it's these elderly people that live in a retirement village. And they, again, it's all murders. So yeah, Richard Osman, he's kind of branched out into novels now and writing, but he's mostly well known over here in the UK for a tea time game show called, or quiz show called, Pointless. But yeah. Oh my goodness, I have got 2 trains left. 2 trains of drills left. So we're at 60. So, well, you know, what are your favourite types of books to read? Do you like horror and murder mysteries like me, or do you prefer like historical, sci-fi, romance? My papa used to love a cowboy book, you know, a cowboy novel. Do you like something a bit racy, chick lit, you know, detectives? So I say I mean, I like a murder mystery, but I'm not that keen on detective novels. Psychological thrillers, my gosh, the list goes on and on and on. Be nice to hear, like, you know, what your kind of favourite books and favourite novelists are, writers are. I mean, actually, do you like reading fiction? Do you prefer to read non-fiction, biographies? Or are you just not into reading at all? Because a lot of people aren't. Got 2 number 57s, so that extra bag will go there. You know, sometimes when I kit up and I only open one bag, if I've got multiple bags of one colour and I only open one bag, sometimes I get a bit panicky, because I'm like, I get to the bottom of a pot and I think to myself, where's, oh, I'm running out of this colour, I don't have much left. And then I realise, oh no, I've got a bag sitting somewhere in the little pouch. Like 56. Now, That's fine. I was thinking, so I was thinking to myself there, I was like, oh. Let me move that pot in, 56. So I think preparing the pots in advance and then just opening bags as I grab them has certainly helped to speed up the process on this. Helps us a lot, and I've deliberately left you know, the ABs to the end here so I can show you the ABs. 53. Right, and 52, which is the last one on this train. Right, just let me clean some more of these bits of rubbish away, and then we will do the last one. Oh gosh, dropping it on the floor. The drill. Put that in the bucket. I don't know where it'll. I can't even begin to think where it'll go. I'm not going to spend the time on it. Right, okay, last section now. Let's just snip the ABs off the end and we'll deal with them at the last. So we have 63. I think this is going to work out absolutely spot on with these labels, because I'm looking here. Oh, maybe not. I've got 61. I might be one short. Last but not least, we have a 62. Okay, so 4 ABs. Okay, let's have a look at those. So first of all, we have white, we have pink, we have a yellow, very pale yellow, like a pale lemon actually, and we've got 2 bags of blue. Yay! Who doesn't love an ABA? Now, this is going to have to go into 2 pots, so this is going to be AB08. Oh dear, my pen's not working, that's better. So there's our white AB. This is AB08. It is just fitting in and no more. Just enough room. Come on. Can't lose our precious AB. Okay, and then we have 65, which is this lovely pale pink. And we have a 66, which is this very, very pale lemon. So I think I went through where all these went, these ABs went on the picture on the unboxing. I will link the unboxing actually at the end of the video. I had moved my location from my unboxing. I'm kind of in mixed feelings about it, but I'm hoping all this will fit in here. And it will. That's perfect, because that way I don't need to go and look for another label, because I've used up all my labels. I'll just leave that there at the side, and I'll pop that in there. Right, okay, so here we go. I've got everything here. There should be something in every pot, and there is. In the pouch here I've got my extras, and I think it should close. It should close okay. Let me just sort it, make sure it closes. You can see my sleeve. I'm going to zip this section. You can hear me zipping. You don't know what I'm doing. This pouch actually zips, and it opens up another compartment with small pots in it. But I'm going to keep that closed, because if this folds over here, which it does, yeah, it does. That folds over absolutely fine. So I don't need to go into that other section at all. So that's it. So in here I've got my loose bags, and I've got the small pots with the extras. I've got an extra pot, big pot here that I got from another kit. I'm just going to leave that sitting on here, because that's my number 67. And then I've got everything else here at the moment, all kitted up in number order, but we'll see. I might change the order a little bit, but I'll work that out when I'm diamond painting, because you know, it's like I think I go one way and I think, oh, this will work, and then I decide, it's not working too great. I fancy trying it a different way. So anyway, that's us all kitted up with the twins, all ready to start. And yeah, really looking forward to doing it. Really looking forward to starting to listen to The Shining again. And yeah, so I hope you've liked this kitting up video. Hopefully it didn't drag on too long. I did try to sort of organize things so it didn't go on for too long. If you have liked it, if you could give it a big thumbs up, please, it'd be really appreciated. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, if you haven't done so already, that would be very much appreciated as well. I've just gone over 500 subscribers. Hopefully it's not dipped back down when this video goes up, but the numbers tend to go up and down, you know, regularly. You know, you get a few subscribers, lose a few, get a few, lose a few. So it's just the way it is. And so yeah, hopefully I'm still at over 500 subscribers. So all the people that are kind of new that have subscribed in the last couple of weeks, thank you very, very much for getting me over that mile, get me over that 500 mark, help me reach that milestone. And for those of you who have stuck around and listened to me prattle on for several months now, it's been just over a year since I started the channel. So yeah, those of you who have stuck around over the last year, you know, thank you again for, you know, sticking around and listening to me. And it's, you know, it's fantastic. It's lovely. You know, I started the channel to sort of like document, you know, my zodiac projects that I'm doing, which I will kit up another one, but I'm going to wait until the Halloween stuff's all by, and then I'll kit up another J-Wall zodiac and do another one. But also to sort of like, you know, share my hobby. It's nice to share and chat, and you know, I like to see what everybody else does, and hopefully you guys like to see what I do. So anyway, I've gone on for long enough, and it's I think it's time for me to go to bed because it's getting quite late. So yep, thanks again very much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video, guys. Okay, cheerio.